Hello everybody and welcome back to Budgeting with Kim, or welcome if you're new. I just wanted to come on here this afternoon slash early evening, it's Sunday, and share with everyone what's going to be in my latest Etsy drop. As you can see, I've been kind of busy creating things, and I am excited to share it all with you. So first, I think we'll start with the digital items. So these are a couple of cute little kawaii birthday savings challenges. It'll come as a set of 6. Here's the first page. Of course, there's no dollar amount on any of these, so you can make them be just whatever you want them to be. These will be digital, so you can download them immediately. And then the last one is a cute little Christmas set of 3. Again, digital download, so you can have them immediately. All right, so let's start with some scratchers. I have digital, scratchers, and games. Oops, sorry. Oh my. So first we'll start with Summer Vibes. Most of these, unless I specify, will save 50, denominations of 2 through 8. And then we have this cute little fella, Just Go with the Flow. Reminds me of Crush from Finding Nemo. And these are little hibiscus flowers under the scratchers. Next we have one that's a happy birthday challenge. This has little balloons underneath the scratchers. Again, 50, 2 through 8. Then we're going to move on to a couple of back to school scratch offs. These save, there's 2 of them, and these 2 save 65, and are denominations of 2 through 9. And this has 12 scratchers on it. See the little bitty one. So there's no one that's, you know, crazy big. Here's the other one. Little watercolor wallpaper type background. Again, save 65, 2 through 9. And then I have a couple of baseball ones. I originally was making these as a gift for someone and then decided to go ahead and list them. I mean, they're still going to be a gift, don't get me wrong, but this is also another 65 to 2 through 9 with 12 scratchers. It's hard to tell, but those are little baseballs underneath the scratchers. And then here is the other one. This one is saves 35, 1 through 6. I wish there was a way I could get rid of the ring light circle, but I have not yet figured out a way how to do that. All right, this next group is some patriotic scratchers. And the message around the flag says, "Land of the free because of the brave." Mr. Kim and my son, Thing One, both served, so patriotism is pretty important to us around here. Then you have this one. These 3, so this one that I just showed you, this one that I'm showing you now, and then the next one, they're all save 52 through 8. I like the holographic scratch off stickers. It reminded me of, you know, the fireworks that you would see over the 4th of July. And then here's the last one in this set. This one I didn't feel like needed any words on it. Okay, next is a wizarding series. I had originally created these as mini savings challenges and sent them to Stephanie over at Overthinking and Budgeting as just a little gift because I knew how much she liked Harry Potter, or I shouldn't say that, wizarding stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. and then decided to turn those into scratchers. So I'm going to have the scratchers. These are all, by the way, 52 through 8. I'm going to have the scratchers listed up on Etsy, and I'm also going to list the mini savings challenges. I forgot to print those off. And then we have a little potion store. Each of the scratchers has a little icon under it that's, you know, kind of specific to whatever the image is. Okay, so I couldn't find robes, but they have hats up here, so obviously those are hats underneath the scratcher. Saves 50. So I'm not going to say what the font is, but you know, you can see. And then last is the station, you know, that station. And these are the, oh, you know, what are they with the, where the sand falls through? An hourglass? Those are hourglasses. Alrighty. So the rest of what I have to show you are games. And so these little bags right here are going to come into play. So this first one is the princess has been invited to a ball, and she needs your help determining which bow that she's going to put on. So in my mind, and you know, if / when you purchase it, you can play it however you wish, but and there will be directions included with this when you purchase it, as well as the bows in the little bag. In my mind, you would roll for an amount for each of the bows up here at the top corner. Roll for an amount, and then maybe you would also roll for how many maybe bows you're going to choose, and then you would reach into the bag and choose however many bows you determined that, you know, you were going to choose. You know, maybe you chose 2 or 3 or 6, I don't know, whatever die you choose, and you're going to pull out the bows, and oops, bow overboard. And depending on how much you had determined each bow to be worth, and how many bows you determined you were going to draw, would be how much you would save. So then you could either mark a bow off, or, you know, maybe you colored in, there's a little heart there in the center of the bow, you know, maybe you colored that little heart the color of the bow that you drew, or colored the whole bow, you know, just however you want to play it. And then the next set is a trip to the farmer's market. So again, you'll have a little bag of icons, little bag of items, and there will be 2 different sets. So this set, for example, that I drew has grapes, watermelons, carrots, and pineapples in it. Try to hold them all in my hand, right? So again, it's the same kind of thing. You'll roll to determine a value for each item, and then, you know, maybe you're rolling to determine how many items you're going to draw. You'll get, just like with the bow, you'll get 2 of each icon. So, you know, you could draw several. And then however you want it to indicate, you're going to put it in your shopping crate, right? So, you know, once you purchase the item, you can choose how you want to save. But this one has cherries, strawberries. This is a peach. It's probably kind of hard to tell, but that's a peach. And then you have a green apple. And whichever one of these versions that you choose, A or B, will come with the little corresponding item. And there are 35 crates on each one. And of course, these will come laminated. You can surely tell by the ring circle. So you finish it once and you want to do it again, you know, you can always clean it off and go again. So there's those 2 games. One of them, the first one is, I guess, the Princess Bow. I haven't 100% decided what I'm going to call it, but, and then the other one is the Farmer's Market. And then here is the last thing that I have available. And this is a little Kawaii Back to School Savings Challenge. And now that I'm sitting here in front of you, I don't remember how much this saves, but I want to say it was like $2.50. So you'll have each card, and each card will have a couple of scratch-off tickets, stickers on it, not tickets. So you can, you know, choose however you want to. You go card by card. You could roll, you know, maybe to decide which card you wanted to. They all have this image on the back. It's hard to get my wrist around like that. But I want to say this saves somewhere $250 to $300. It will be on the listing up on Etsy. And I will have my Etsy shop linked down below. It's my understanding that if you click on that link to go to my Etsy store, it saves me a teeny tiny bit in fees. And given how much I pay in fees, I wouldn't complain if, you know, somebody did that. We pay a lot in fees on Etsy. So you have all these little cards. I want to say maybe 15 to 20. I have all this information in my brain, and then I hit the record button, and all that information goes right out my ear. And the once logical person that I like to think of myself as, suddenly I remember nothing. And I have heard quite a few content creators say things like that. They turn the camera on and then they don't remember what they're doing. Almost done. So as you can see, there's quite a few cards. The amounts on the cards themselves are not very high. I tried to keep them fairly low since I was doing so many cards, mainly because I couldn't decide between all of the, images that I wanted to use. And again, still has the image on the back. So I tried to keep the amounts on the cards fairly low so it wasn't just, too terribly expensive, too terribly high dollar. So it'll come with an A5 or an A6. You choose which one at the time of order, which one you wanted to go with. So there's that one. And then last but not least, I made, there's no dollar amount on them. They do come laminated. I'm calling them bows and bouquets. So you could set whatever dollar amount you wanted for each of these. So here's the pink up close. Different flowers, different bows. You could, set $1 amount for flowers, $1 amount for bows, make them all the same thing, just however you want to make it work. So there you go. That's it. That's what I have available. They will all be, by the time you see this video, all of these items will be listed up in my Etsy shop. If you would consider using my Etsy link down below, that would be fantastic. Save me just a few pennies. But yeah, by the time you see this video, everything will be live and will be posted. So I thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for Mini Monday. Bye, everybody.